What's up, everybody? On this fine trade deadline, which I think people are kind of overreacting about, but whatever. What's up, everybody? So, a little bit of change of plans from what I said this morning. I am playing FanDuel. Welcome to my world, Frank. New Zealand, eh? Oh, and I'm rocking the Kelly Kapowski t-shirt today. Trying to bring good vibes, so let's hope for the best. Ooh, that's not bad at all. So there's a reason I'm playing FanDuel. That's the reason. It's out of my hands. But yeah, that's a reason why I'm not. I have lineups in on DraftKings, but FanDuel is the priority right now. Yeah, exactly. So, as you guys can see, I had to change course a little bit. So I've got 20 lineups in the $1 entry on DK, but how did I do yesterday? I ate dicks yesterday because of that Pelicans game. Yeah, about 15 minutes after I got done recording that, I got the message that I needed to go a different direction. So. I don't think he has anything against DK. I probably could have done it at DK if I wanted to. Yeah, we're going balls deep, so. Do I think Russ plays? I hope so. I mean, that's basically what's happening, Paul. I'll tell you what. I was less. I was less worried. Like, I wasn't even angry when I opened my phone and saw the 3 zeros. I think that's just, it is what it is. I would have been doing backflips if I didn't have anybody in that game and I cashed for bullshit reasons. I mean, Russ is the biggest question mark on the board. Put it this way. I love Russ tonight. I'm going to play Russ tonight. There's obviously some inherent risk. Alrighty. I don't think that I'm low on Randall. But 70, I mean, he's just... Here's the problem. You can't... Ooh, I need to show the chat. There's no way... Like, on FanDuel, it's hard to play Randall over O'Quinn. Wait, do I really? Did I not update that? Ha! Never added Randall. My bad. That's reasonable. Yeah, Randall's 100% good, especially on DK. Did I really not update that at all? I guess not. That's my bad. Yeah, he's here. I'm not going to update that right now. So Julius Randle is a 2 on DK and like a 2.5 on FanDuel. You can make a case he's a 1 on DK. That's my bad. I would much rather have Randle than Ingram tonight. Ugh. Yeah, I like Kuzma a lot, especially on FanDuel where power forward is kind of dog balls. Yeah, I think Ibaka is a GPP play. I would love to run him out there, but I just don't think I can trust him. He's been just so bad. So bad. Yeah, like Lillard would be someone I would drop down to if I thought I could. These are FanDuel lineups. Wait, am I supposed to type that? I'm not going to type that. Yeah, you would think George would be guarding Ingram. I'm nervous that I should be having Dennis Smith. That's my regret. Yeah, Dennis Smith. Dennis Schroeder, rather. I can't see a way to not have O'Quinn. Ah, that sucks, man. I would probably play Melo if I knew he was in. If I'm gonna go O'Quinn, I can't imagine not going Russ. And I prefer Augustine to Shelvin Mack. God, it's a tricky night. Yeah, I think DJ and Mac are both can be stacked. Take a look at Dallas. I was on Clay earlier this morning in my first placeholder But sort of the way that lineups are breaking, it's harder to get to him for me. It's a really good value, though. No love for Rozier. Hazonia. Yeah, I like Clay. I'm not in that range right now. I don't think Dorsey's as good of a play any longer. I don't think he's going to get as many minutes as I first thought. I still like him on DK as a punt in GPPs, but I wouldn't go like super crazy for him. Yeah, so the Hawks are sort of my I don't know what to do team. I think that they are in a great spot, but for some reason I can't get I just don't really like their pricing tonight. Yeah, Derrick Rose is not on the team anymore. Just if you name somebody on Cleveland, just assume he's not on the team any longer. I do like Yogi Ferrell tonight. I actually looked into him a little bit deeper. I think I overrate him a good bit, but it's hard not to. I don't like Beal tonight, so that probably means he'll do well. I don't have a power for what I mean. Kuzma, I guess, but Powell's great on DK. I like Paul George. I really think I'm missing the boat by not being on Schroeder, but I don't know. There's just I can't. If I don't use him, or if I do use him, I basically am saying I don't want DJ Augustin or Shelvin Mack if I step down from Russ. And if I do that, I've got like $4,500 to redistribute, and I don't see places for me to move up. Like, would I prefer Schroeder and Durant or Westbrook and Beasley? Like, to me, it's Westbrook and Beasley. Or like Schroeder and Durant or Westbrook. Or no, I don't know why I said Durant. Schroeder and... Yeah, like you can't do it at power forward. I would have to step off of O'Quinn. And I'm too scared to do that. Let's just see what that looks like then. So my concern is that Schroeder doesn't pop at all. Like, you can get to something like this: Schroeder, Augustin, DeRozan, Wes Matthews, Durant, Tatum, Green, Melo, O'Quinn. I just don't like it. I like that, Eric. Josh Hart's too expensive. Yeah, 6,300. That's a crazy price. He's $1,000 too expensive. Simmons or Tatum? Got to be Simmons, right? Yes, it was Jizz Dragon. I think Wesley Matthews looks good tonight. It's just a weird. Yeah, Fournier greater than Hart for sure. Here, so here's Hart right now. I've got him. My normal projection system has him at 23.9. Cruncher has him at 24.4. And just using his performance from this year, weighted for recency, he gets to 22. And I have him playing 33 minutes. I mean, he would need to play like 38 or 39 minutes projected to get there. He can blow up, but I think he's one of the worst plays on the board. Thoughts on Beasley are the only thoughts that I have that I'm struggling with. Toronto is really good defensively. In particular, OG Anunoby, who I would imagine would be guarding Beasley. And it's terrifying me. It makes me really want to be interested in Tim Hardaway, but I don't like Tim Hardaway. I think I'm taking my chances on Russ. There's no right answer for everybody, Venom. Sorry. Depends what you're trying to do. The problem with Beasley is that, like, it's his team. He's going to, I've got him projected for 31% usage. I think he's going to take like 17, 18 shots. The matchup itself sort of fits him. The only problem is just the fact that Toronto is so good defensively. In my team defense metric, they give up 3% below average. Like, it's basically a 3% reduction in fantasy points for their defense. And that's weighted to recency too. So they're a terrifying defensive team. Do I like the idea of pairing an Orlando point guard and a Toronto point guard? I don't know why that has any tie to each other. Bazemore or Fournier? I don't know. Probably Fournier. But if I had the extra $200, it would probably make me sick to my stomach. My problem is if I don't go... Thanks, Eric. Good man. My problem with not using Beasley is I don't really know what the alternative is. Because if I'm going to fade Beasley, like, I feel like I could go to Jonathan Simmons, but I'm not even remotely close to the same level on those guys. Beasley's the only piece that I'm nervous about. I like that, Brandon. I already have Paul George. If there was just like one other legitimate body at power forward, this would probably be easier, but it's just so hard to fade Beasley's opportunities tonight. Yeah, sure. Let me know if that's better, y'all. I don't ever think about it. I'm over here now. Paul George or Lillard? Oh, wow, that's an interesting question. So I assume you're asking me that for DK. So let me look into it. Paul George. I really wanted Ilyasova to get traded today. Yeah, I really wish Beasley was a power forward. If Beasley was a power forward, I would have him at power forward, and then I would probably have Jonathan Simmons or Hazonia or something. No Josh Hart. I will have zero. If I played a 500 lineups tonight, I probably wouldn't have Josh Hart. It is Kelly Kapowski. Dude, Dwayne Wade isn't helping anybody. Why so low on Hart? Why is anybody high on Hart? That's what I want to know. Do they seem low? Here's the question. So ignore everything that I do from a projection standpoint. Just ignore that. Here's what we'll look at. So this is only Josh Hart's fantasy points per possession. Or we'll look at per minute. So that's everything that he has right there. Points per minute right here. I have a formula in here where I weigh everything for recency. So this game that happened on February 6th is worth way more than anything that happened in November and December. And he gets, even if I just do like a straight average, which is not what I'm doing, but he averages 0.63 per minute. I've got him at 33 minutes. That's 21 points. He just, like, he hasn't been really good. He's just blown up for 3 straight games. He's just hot. He's just a hot hand. My normal projection system, not interested. Fantasy Cruncher, not interested. His current stats, not interested. Like, all 3 of those things are in alignment. All 3 of those things are independent of each other. So it's hard for me to look at him when everything I look at points in a different direction. Look, it wouldn't shock me if he played really well tonight, but I don't know. Like, I'm not exaggerating when I say that I think Hart grades out as like my worst player of the day. Look, I could be wrong. But his price is ridiculous. He's 6,300 on FanDuel. He's a little bit more palatable on DK, I guess, but not really. He certainly has the opportunities, but we'll see. Wes Matthews or Hardaway on FanDuel? Wes Matthews. That's close, though. There's clearly a scenario where Tim Hardaway plays really well. The Knicks scare the shit out of me. He wasn't on a roster till today. Jeez, Dragon, they didn't sign him till today. That's why he's not on FanDuel. Who are they going to put him on? He wasn't on Boston. DK utility, Durant or Steph? Durant. I like Randall and Adams. I prefer Randall on DK. Yeah, Lydia. I'm looking at Russ and Augustine. I won't have Mac. I won't have Hart. I hope I cash. $630. Kyrie on a minutes limit, apparently. I think so, Matt. Yeah, Eric, I feel the same way. I wish I knew if Russ was starting because I'm playing a $535 single entry tonight, and I'm playing him. Internet gangsta. People are afraid of Beasley because fucking Raptors are good. Jonas or Wes? Which site? What are you trying to play? Ingram's fine. I don't necessarily love the matchup for him. I just think it's easier to pay down to Beasley. Yeah, maybe I'll be wrong about Hart, but no part of his performance so far this year leads me to believe that I should be. Ingram or Dennis Smith Jr.? Probably Ingram. Depends on what you're playing. I don't know what site. Guys, if you're going to ask a question that's just two people's names, I need to know what you're playing and which site it is. Any thoughts on O'Quinn? Yeah, the same thoughts that everybody else has tonight. He's going to be 85% owned. At least on FanDuel. Yeah, Schroeder is the guy that I'm nervous about. He's the guy that I wish I had. And lately, the guys that I wish I had have been playing really well. Honestly, what trades? I'm not trying to be funny, but like nothing interesting happened. The Cavs are still not good. Good on the Suns for getting Elfrid Payton for a second-round pick, but like nothing else happened. Who gives a shit about all these bit players getting moved around? People are freaking out over nothing. Yeah, I didn't love it. I had Kyle Anderson. Jonathan Simmons or Shelvin Mack? Jonathan Simmons. But it's super... Well, I mean, I think Jonathan Simmons has the ability to score more points. Shelvin Mack is a gigantically better value. So, it's, like, if that's the last person, it's Simmons. But, like, I'd rather take Mack and use that money elsewhere. I don't have Tim Hardaway Jr. tonight, but I could understand why people would. Wrong Mac, GTA. Dorsey's just... He's a decent punt. He wouldn't be like in my only lineup, but he'd be in them if I had a bunch. I won't have Alex Caruso. That much I could tell you. Mack and Augustin in the same lineup, I think, is fine. That's a good... Where'd that question go? David, best center that isn't O'Quinn on FanDuel. There's a question I'd actually like to answer. It's probably Brook Lopez, but if you're willing to pay the freight for Julius Randle, it's probably Julius Randle. Callie, what up? Yeah, I agree with what he just said. I do like Brook Lopez just because of his price, though. Greek, that is not the first question I've gotten about Markieff Morris tonight, and I don't really know where it's coming from. Raptors are normal. Jack Lee, Hardaway, Beast, and O'Quinn. Does the blowout risk for DeRozan scare you? I'm not on DeRozan, so I guess yes. Radio, thank you. Hi, Coach Jones. This radio. Love that movie. That was a really bad impression of an impression. Yeah, if Markieff was out, Mike Scott would be an exceptional play at a power forward spot that is desperate for people to be not named Draymond Green. Draymond's got to play with like braces or some shit tonight. Coach Jones, this radio. I haven't seen that movie in so long. That came out when I worked in a video store, so I saw that way more than I needed to. I got really good at doing the radio voice. Who benefits the most with no Nance? I don't know, Nance? Probably. But yeah, I mean, it almost has to be Kuzma. Terrible radio impression. Oh, you bite your tongue. You bite your tongue. You don't. Oh, yeah, I'm not. I don't like you, Jeremy. I don't appreciate your thought process there. That's an exceptional radio impression. Yeah, you're not missing anything. It's a real shit movie. Not a lot of times in my life where I was like, you know what I need? More Cuba Gooding Jr. Favorite shooting guard on FanDuel? Favorite or best? I don't know. I like CJ McCollum a lot, but I don't have him. I don't know how to answer that. Rod Tidwell. Best sports movie, Major League. Yeah, I'll do some DK. If no news comes out, there's not really anything I can do. I'm gonna sit pretty on my current lineup. Yeah, I couldn't watch that OJ thing. I can't watch it with people that I already know. I just keep seeing, you know, Ross Geller and Radio and who the fuck else was in it? I don't know. It's just I couldn't take it seriously. I do like Kemba tonight. Major League 2, sneaky quotable. Upside down. Yeah, White Man Can't Jump is good. It's just sort of like a weird, like, it's a sports movie, but it's not, but it is. But yeah, Major League for me. So quotable. This guy here is dead. Cross him off then. Alex, no, I cannot. Sorry. I'll talk shop and share it at the end, but not that I think that this stream with 500 people is going to change anything for me. But I'm in a $535 single entry tournament on FanDuel tonight, and I really just don't feel like sharing that. I know that's ridiculous and nobody gives a fuck what I'm doing, but I just can't in good conscience. How about the Rocky movies? All right, you boys ready for this? Brace yourselves. I've never watched one of them in full. I don't think I've ever seen more than 5 minutes of a Rocky movie. So, get ready to go crazy for that. There are no clear picks of power forward. I mean, Draymond's a no-brainer. And then I like Kuzma. I think Markieff Morris, Aminu, Powell, Dirk, John Collins. So, I mean, you can flip a coin on all those dudes. Never saw Harry Potter. Look, I never saw the Rocky movies growing up, and I can't watch shit that looks like shit now. Like, I've never seen Star Wars. It's not... I can't watch poor quality. And it's hard for me to get invested in the story of something that's a poor quality decision. So, yeah, I don't know. Never seen Star Wars. That I've really never seen. Any Star Wars at all. Like none, zero, zilch, nada. It's not that I'm spoiled on CGI. I just, like, it's hard for me to get into it. I would probably love it if I saw it in 1991. Yeah, that's too much Berea. Not to mention, like, it's hard for me to watch Star Wars now knowing all of the things that people liked. You know what I mean? It's hard, like, I know all the things that got people hooked in it. So, it's hard. Alright, let's go ahead and save those DK lineups. Guys, everybody could look up correlations. Fantasy Labs, that shit's free. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh yeah, DraftKings. Preference between Mac and Augustine on DK. I haven't looked, so... Probably Augustine. How many nicks are too many nicks in single entry? I've got 2, and I certainly wouldn't go higher than that. If O'Quinn busts, he busts. That's fine. Yeah, Jimmy G did get paid today. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't see any problem with playing Mac and Augustine. So those are my exposures on DK, if anybody was interested. I hate that I have 2 nicks, if I'm perfectly honest. The idea of having Beasley is freaking me out. Oh man, Roosevelt, I don't know. You have 55. I mean, do you have Kuzma already? If you don't, I would take Kuzma and go somewhere else. I wouldn't want to throw the dart on Collins, Grant, Ibaka, or Morris. Look, Beasley might be fine. He's just the piece that has me most nervous. It's not like I'm getting off of it or anything, but... Dude, if Westbrook is out tonight after lock, it is going to be a sad night in my house. Schroeder or Kyrie on DK? Probably Schroeder. Yeah, I would much rather have Schroeder. Kyrie's supposed to be on a minutes limit. Mac. It was on Fantasy Labs Twitter feed. Where is it? Kyrie Irving will likely have a minutes limit Thursday. No idea what it is though. Ingram and Beal or Draymond and Schroeder? Draymond and Schroeder. I'm ready to puke, dudes. 11 more minutes. I just wanted to hit. I just want to get the lock. Yeah, I'm not fading Beasley. I'm just not happy about it. Dude, Russ is... the thought of Russ not playing has me sick to my stomach. Randall on DK. It's I don't even think it's particularly close. That's why I'm concerned, because this feels like just one of those times where he's going to sit. The best play on the Lakers is Randall. I do like Nurkic for that. Why are they depleted? It's just Nance and Clarkson. And Lonzo, I guess. Yeah, I just wanted to lock. Like, I'm not... Yeah, I'm not worried about Adams there. My only worry right now, outside of news that's negative for me in the next 9 minutes, my only worry is that I don't know if I could go 9 more minutes without eating dinner. I'm starving. It's been a long day. This has been an interesting trade deadline in that I don't think it's been that interesting. Felton dice roll. I mean, if you're going to fade Russ in GPPs, yeah, I mean, Felton's clearly the play. You're going to need Russ to play, or you're going to need Russ to win today if he doesn't play. Eat, Pray, Love. Wasn't that a shitty book? And then subsequently shitty movie? Yeah, Lillard is definitely worth a look. I just couldn't get to him. I prefer CJ to Lillard tonight, like just from a value perspective, but... Yeah, no one's sleeping on Kuzma. He's going to be owned out the ass. Beal, Porter, or George Batum? George Batum. Keep in mind, I don't get Beal right ever, so... Wait, Mac or DJ Augustin? I haven't had that question yet tonight, so that might be one I need to think about. Guys got to tell me what site. Dorsey or Mac on DK? Mac for sure. I mean, Kyle O'Quinn will be the most owned person on the slate, I would imagine. At least on FanDuel. Zubac will probably get minutes for the Lakers. I hope there's not another roof mishap. I don't want to see the DFS sports Reddit crying about it again. Shit happens. It's out of everybody's control. Why should DraftKings or FanDuel eat fucking millions of dollars for it? It's crazy. They don't control that shit. They're getting their rake one way or the other. Why would they take a bite out of it? We're the dummies that play. We don't have to. Fournier or Clay on FanDuel? Ugh, it's got to be Clay, right? I say that as someone who has been focused on Fournier today, but I mean, if those are my two choices, like if I have that extra 300, it's probably Clay. Yeah, Yahoo's dumb. But Yahoo's eating that because they're Yahoo and they're the third, at best, fantasy provider. I just think it would be really easy if you were able to pick backups. Like, if your dude gets a 0, you're fucked. But if you can pick a backup for every single guy. So, you know, like if I have Lowry in my lineup, I can just pick anybody lower than Lowry at point guard as his backup. So I can just say, okay, if Lowry is scratched, it just inserts Kyrie. Easy peasy. Then you don't have to worry about that shit. So, like, if I wanted to take Drew last night and Mirit, like, you just, everybody's got a buddy system thing. But yeah, I have no problem. That last night cost me a decent amount of money, and I don't care at all. I would have happily, like, I just look at the other side of it. I'd be freaking out if they were trying to take the money back that I won. So, you know, I could have just as easily benefited from that. There's a lot of people that did. No, I don't have any interest in late swap. There's a reason I don't do it. I hated it back in the day. I go to bed at fucking 8:30. That's crazy, Eric. Yeah, I had Drew, Mirotic, and Miles Turner last night. What are you going to do? It's fine. Don't forget they also gave up their own first. Should we play West? West? Like Delonte? They probably shouldn't play him. He's probably out in some homeless type streets being like, why hangers? The weird dude. Yahoo Sports did their customers right because they are the small fish in the pool and they're trying to build goodwill. Oh, I'm not scared about O'Quinn at all. At that price and that ownership, who gives a fuck? It's just like he's just cost of doing business tonight on FanDuel. I wanted to fade him. I just don't have the guts. I'm a fucking coward. I would have happily taken Julius Randle and tried to be different, but I'm terrified. No, the amount of money doesn't matter. It's not DraftKings. It's not the provider's fault. You agreed to get into the game. You agreed to gamble with your money. That DraftKings and FanDuel are just the intermediary as far as I'm concerned. Why should they lose money for it? Imagine being someone that shipped a GPP and they were like, we're refunding every single cent. People would blow gaskets. Yeah, they do get their rake. Nothing changes for DraftKings. People win, people lose. It's just a, you know. It's not news. Look, if they gave straight refunds across the board to everybody, I would have no problem with that. If they just said, okay, everybody gets everything back, that'd be fine. But then the people that have won those GPPs last night are going to lose their fucking mind. Imagine winning 40 grand last night, the first time you ever did it, because that happened. It'd be nuts. All right, we're locked? We're locked. I'm off my soapbox. Westbrook, Augustine, Wes Matthews, Fournier, Paul George, Beasley, Draymond Green, Kyle Kuzma, Kyle O'Quinn. I think FanDuel gave me a free roll, or maybe DK did. I won't email them because I don't think that I deserve anything. %30 on Augustine, 36 on Fournier. That's interesting. So in a tournament filled with the creme de la creme. Oh, that makes me nervous. Fournier and Prince. Nothing in the early games, which is interesting. Awesemo, nothing on the early games. Just Fournier. Nothing. Augustine and Fournier. So I'm the same as Boo Earns. Just Prince. Wild shit. Alrighty. That's it, guys. I'm going to go eat some dinner. Pray for me tonight. Please pray for me. Best of luck to everybody. I love you guys. I'm out.